We are visiting definition of murder under section 300 IPC. See, it reads as except in the cases hereinafter accepted, culpable homicide is murder. Now, let us see that this word culpable in homicide is defined where? In section 299. Therefore, let us now first visit section 299. Section 299, culpable homicide. Whosoever causes death by doing an act with the intention of causing death, number one. Second, or with the intention of causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. Two. Number three, with the knowledge that he is likely by such act to cause death, commits the offense of culpable homicide. So, basic offense under section 299 is of a culpable homicide. Now, and it is an offense. This offense under section 299 as such is having three blocks, three situations, three setups. The first is causing death by an act with the intention of causing death. Second, with the intention of causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. And third is causing such bodily injury with the knowledge that he is likely by such act to cause death. Therefore, the intention of causing bodily injury which is likely to cause death, or causing a bodily injury with the knowledge that it is likely to cause death, in both situations. So if the act is of causing an injury, but the injury is likely to cause the death, then it comes within the section 299 culpable homicide. Now see the fine distinction. When this culpable homicide becomes murder, the culpable homicide is of three specific situations. First situation is when the death is caused by doing an act with the intention of causing death. Now see the definition of murder. The first, if the act by which death is caused is done with the intention of causing death, therefore it is precisely the same. So this culpable homicide, as per this very definition, the first situation of the definition of section 299, culpable homicide, whoever causes death by doing an act with the intention of causing death. And C, the murder, if the act by which death is caused is done with the intention of causing death. So the definition of culpable homicide in its first situation is as such being taken as a murder. Now see, the second clause, the second group of situations of section 300 of murder, if it is done with the intention of causing such injury as the offender knows that it is likely to cause a death. Now see the second part of the section 299, second situation of section 299, with the intention of causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. And what it is mentioned here is, it is done with the intention of causing such bodily injury as the offender knows. So in the definition of section 219, it is simply mentioned that intention is to cause a bodily injury which is likely to cause a death. But here in clause second in section 300, it is mentioned it should be within the knowledge. So intention is to cause a bodily injury, and there is a knowledge about the injury as well. If there is no knowledge, for example, somebody in some games and some situations does particular act and he has intention to cause the injury, but he may not be knowing that such injury is likely to cause a death, then it will remain a culpable homicide with the intention of causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. So here knowledge is not attached with respect to the likelihood of death to be caused because of such injury. For a murder of this second situation, intention is to cause a injury. Then there shall be a knowledge also that such injury is likely to cause the death. If this knowledge is missing, then it will not come within the second situation of a murder, and it will simply remain a culpable homicide. The third situation is in a murder case, if it is done with the intention of causing bodily injury to a person, and the bodily injury intended to be affected is sufficient in ordinary course of nature. So see the distinction. In the definition of 299, the intention to cause bodily injury is where the nature of the bodily injury is that same is likely to cause death. However, in case of a murder, the intention to cause bodily injury and the nature of bodily injury should be sufficient in ordinary course of nature to cause death. So here there is a degree of difference in the intensity of the potentialities of the injury. Whether it is likely to cause death, then it will be culpable homicide. When it is sufficient to cause death in ordinary course of nature, then it will become a murder. Now, in a murder, there is a fourth situation also. If the person committing the act knows that it is so immediately dangerous that it must in all probability cause death, such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. Therefore, the first thing is the act which is being committed is associated with a knowledge, and knowledge is as that it is immediately dangerous and in all probability it will cause death, or it is immediately dangerous and the same is likely to cause death. So in the fourth category, the condition put is that intention to cause injury should be such that it has also knowledge with the offender that that injury is immediately dangerous. Now immediate danger is there, and then that immediate danger is again of two sub-routes. Number one, in all probability death will be caused, or it is likely to cause death. However, the likely to cause death have a precondition that act is immediately dangerous. So in category 4, the injury with likelihood for causing death should also be of immediately dangerous. It is immediately dangerous, means it is not over a prolonged period. Therefore, there is a very fine distinction between the situations covered which constitute culpable homicide and the situations in which the culpable homicide will become a murder. Now see, culpable homicide is an offense. Now when culpable homicide is a murder, it is punished under section 302. However, when culpable homicide is not a murder but remains culpable homicide, then it is punished under section 303. Now, in popularly accepted situations, it is said to be attempt to murder and a murder. Though otherwise, strictly speaking, legally speaking, it is a culpable homicide. Culpable homicides are of two categories: murders and not amounting to murders. Therefore, these three situations which make culpable homicide and the four situations which make murder deserve to be appreciated. For this appreciation, one should draw a table as we have drawn it here in this sheet. We should take section 299, then put its three different situations. Then let us note down section 300 and then specify its four specific situations, and then try to appreciate that in all the four situations, the three situations, one or other situation of the three situations of section 299 are inherently there. So when we will be reading the text of section 299, we shall keep in mind that these situations are inherently covering the ingredients of culpable homicide. Therefore, let us visit each and every word, each and every clause of section 299 to have complete appreciation as to what is being made culpable homicide in the Indian Penal Code. Once we will be comprehending and once we will be having a complete, full comprehension and appreciation of what precisely makes culpable homicide, then we shall sit comfortably and have a fresh visit to the four situations of section 300 to have clear, distinctive appreciation as to what is the added ingredients over and above the ingredients of section 299 which make murder. So murder and not murder are the words used. Attempt to murder word is not used. Murder or not murder. So murder or not murder. Murder is punished under section 302. Not murder is punished in section 303. In murder, death sentence is also one of the lawful sentences. In not murders, life imprisonment is provided, sanctioned. Death is not sanctioned. So the fine distinction, complete appreciation, full comprehension, thorough imbibing of the ingredients of the text of section 299, which defines, legislates, sanctions as a culpable homicide, over and above the definition of a murder of section 300, which defines, legislate, sanctions as a murder. Now, see the three situations of section 299, four situations of section 300 are having been centered, coined, constructed, structured, composed around intention, knowledge, and the injury. So word injury, word intention, word knowledge are the three key words. Therefore, these three key words deserve to be appreciated, and their interpretation is to be imbibed fully. Now, the injury is a physical phenomenon with human body. Now, this brings in medical jurisprudence. So the injury is a physical phenomenon related to the human body. Then the attributes are of immediately dangerous, likely to cause death, sufficient to cause death in ordinary course of nature. Means if there is no intervention of medical treatment, etc., what will be the immediate natural consequence of the injury, whether it will result into death or not. Now, these injuries being physical phenomenon, as such, the medical knowledge with time is making us clear, helping us appreciate more and more about the injuries and whether the injury is likely to cause death, whether the injury is sufficient to cause death in ordinary course of nature, whether it is immediately dangerous, whether in all probabilities it is going to have the result of a death or not, will require that we shall be equipped with the parallel medical knowledge, physical features of this physical phenomenon of injury to human body. As far as the intention and knowledge are concerned, these take us to the mental state. Therefore, to have a complete appreciation of this mental state, we have to be through, we have to be face to face with the definition of evidence. And then also we shall be fully equipped with the framework and format of the organization of the evidence under the Indian Evidence Act. Because ultimately things are to be proved. Then the word prove as well will take us to an evidence. It will take us to conclusions. Now, to reach at the conclusions regarding intention and regarding knowledge are the aspects with respect to which A and B differ. That is why junior liars, senior liars, experienced liars. So we, the criminal liars, shall educate ourselves, mature ourselves, such that our intelligence, our consciousness is of degree which has clear appreciation as to how the mental states and the knowledge of the offenders on trial could be properly inferred for lawful conclusions of the justice as per law. Tomorrow we will take up the further aspect of conspiracy as an offense, and conspiracy to commit murders will be our focused attention. Yes, Subhash, Deepak, Amit.
But it is more or less clear. Ultimately, it boils down to the intention. Intention has to be first interpreted, and then based on that, the other uh, key points will emerge. So basically, everywhere it is intention or maybe knowledge. These are the two key issues which probably I think are the focus in these sections. So I think further 120B conspiracy also will further add value to the subject. I think it's going to be interesting session tomorrow as well.
So take it as an self further evaluation. What is the definition meaning, dictionary meanings of the words intention, mensa rea, knowledge, injury, likelihood, immediately dangerous, in all probability. These are the words. Then express yourself fully about what is culpable homicide, when culpable homicide is a murder, when culpable homicide is not a murder. Here, the words will come human being, words will come as death. Then ultimately it will take us to the basic virtuous word formulation, life. So life, then death, then mental states, and all these connected simple English language words will acquire technical domains, full reservoirs. Each word will become in itself a source of many features. So in your referencer, please add these words, write the dictionary meanings, then the lawful meanings, and then try to reach at the distinctive layers emerging with time in different authorities, in different real situations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.